Hey everyone, it's me again on the road with another video. Listen guys, I don't want to be branded as this like TikTok tea commentary YouTuber who like covers unnecessary drama and like feeds into it. But on the other hand, I like playing into it. Like I enjoy doing this unironically. I just get to enjoy the juicy part of it, and I don't have to experience the consequences. Sorry if there's loud cars in the back. I'm trying to record this. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if this video is going to work. So this week's drama has been labeled as something called Cake Gate. I got a lot of suggestions for it from you guys. I'm not huge on cooking drama, but this one just feels a little bit different, so I think I need to tell you guys about it. Listen, I know last week I had a bit of a centrist Nick arc where I was taking kind of a middle ground approach and trying to be nice when I was telling this story about the baseball bullies. You know, it's weird doing stories on communities that have so much anger towards a person, like how we've been seeing it on TikTok, because when I cover these stories, I'm like genuinely fearful that I might get doxxed or like people might just hate me and ruin my life. So, you know, I'm gonna try to be an unbiased news sun in my eyes. Okay, so let's get to Cake Gate. So the story starts with a TikTok from Kylie Ray Allen, who is a cake artist and bakery owner in West Virginia. Kyrie's Cakes with a K. Too many K's. Red flags. And Kylie posted this TikTok about her worst client experience.
Today I had one of the worst client experiences I've ever had since opening the storefront. This customer reached out to us via our Facebook page and wanted to order one of our 6-layer signature rainbow cakes. She went with the 8-inch cake that serves 18 guests, and that is $75.99. The one in the video is actually a 6-inch, and they are $65.99. Upon arrival, she seemed to be really surprised that the cake was covered in sprinkles. We explained to her that all of our signature rainbow cakes are decorated this way and covered in sprinkles. And if you want to sing, we just add it to the top of the cake with a layer of vanilla buttercream. She then got super defensive and very rude about the price of the cake. She even bashed us and put us on her Facebook page. Also a reminder that we don't individually place each sprinkle onto the cake, so they may look slightly different in pictures.
So Kylie talks about how she had this client that was angry when she made this cake for her because the price was too high. She didn't like the way it looked. It had sprinkles on it. And she made this customer out to be the worst client experience she's ever had. And also she used the hashtags Karen and bad client in the caption. Now the comments are now turned off on that TikTok, but as you can imagine, millions of people decided to weigh in on their opinion on this situation, which led to some very interesting happenings. There were bakers on TikTok who were talking about how bad her baking skills are, how she couldn't be possibly charging this much for a cake that looks the way it is.
To her still unevenly placing frosting. I just need to know what's going on here, because it's not looking pretty. 120-degree angle here. The frosting looks dry. Girlie, I'd love to assume your hands are clean.
And a lot of people were immediately suspicious that there was more to the story. And wouldn't you know, the lady that originally bought the cake decided to weigh in on her side of the story on TikTok so we could see what really happened, you know? Get to the bottom of the drama. Now, Kylie showed a picture of one of the sprinkle cakes in the original video, but she didn't actually show the specific cake that she gave to this client who was so awful to her. And this is what the cake actually looked like. So we're looking at a huge difference already from the original story, and it turns out that the client paid $83 for the cake. So now people are even more upset because it's very understandable that this is not a cake that is in the quality to be able to serve to your client for $83. And then it turns out that the client made her own version of the cake because of how bad Kylie's cake looked. And she made it all from scratch, and it looks way better than the cake that Kylie made for the actual event for money, the one that she was paid for to do. The client didn't even have to do that. Like, people were already on her side, and then she was like, I'm also gonna make the cake again just because I know how, even though for some reason she spent $83 on the same cake that she knew how to make. But I don't know, she didn't have time. I don't know. So then the customer releases text messages between her and Kylie. So in the first screenshot, you can see Kylie explaining why the cake has to be $76. I guess it was the tax that made it 83. I don't know where I heard the number 83 from. And then Kylie says, if you wanted it decorated a specific way than how we do them here, that's something that would have to be discussed. And then the customer just responded with the picture of the cake and was like, no, it's not about the way I want the cake or any of that. Like, the cake just looks awful. And then Kylie comes back and is like, oh, just because you thought it should have looked a different way doesn't mean that all of a sudden I messed up. She's like, oh, I always make cakes this way, and so it's your fault. But we can already tell from the original TikTok that the cake that she made for the lady looks a lot different than the one she made for the TikTok, which already had problems. And then the customer dunks on Kylie again by sending her screenshots of comments from her Facebook post saying that that cake could not possibly be worth $90, and I hope you didn't pay $90. This should have cost $9. Yeah, I don't know where the 90 figure came from. I heard 83, then I heard 76, and now I'm hearing 90. I don't know. Maybe they round up to 90. So Kylie comes back on TikTok, continues the beef with a classic video calling out all of the haters. Let's see what she has to say about the Cakegate incident.
Since you guys just love to talk about me and make viral videos about me, honestly, it's very funny to me. I'm not...
Okay, it doesn't seem like it's that funny to her.
I'm not offended by your guys' comments because honestly, I mean, look at some of you. It's pointless, your time and effort.
Yeah, it totally doesn't seem like she's bothered by it at all. Guys, she's not bothered. She's not mad.
There's now a viral video going around about how I use other people's work, and that's not true. I host cake decorating classes in my hometown, and I've done this for years. And I use inspiration photos as to what we will be creating during this class. So
people are also claiming that Kylie is also stealing other cake designs. So I am very excited to see the pictures that might prove this plagiarizing.
This client ordered a Wednesday cake. You've probably seen this in a round cake before. So we just turned that design into a sheet cake. I'm not sure who the original design of this cake was, but shout out to them.
Hi, it's me.
You guys that have nothing going on with your life and yourself have so much to say about a situation that you don't know the full backstory on. I would, just keep my mouth shut because it's not doing anything.
It's really not looking good for her right now, especially as a business owner. If you're a business owner and you get canceled by TikTok, it's game over. They will just take you down. Yelp reviews just are a plague to society. It's not right. So then Kylie makes the mistake here of putting out what we call the non-apology. And whether or not you're in the right, TikTok does not care about that. If you're the villain and you put out an apology where you actually just double down on what you're trying to say, regardless of whether or not you're right, you're dead. You're gonna die. It doesn't matter if you made a good point or not. TikTok will shut you down. It's game over. This is like a perfect candidate to be TikTok's next enemy number one. She's like super overly confident, but shouldn't be at all, and that's enough for teenagers to start swatting your house. And that's not me saying that I wish that on Kylie. That's not me saying that she shouldn't deserve any hate. I think she's definitely opening herself up to a lot of criticism by doing this, and so a lot of it's definitely deserved. But I again stand firm in the fact that if you are one of those people that incessantly comments on someone's posts just because you hate them and think they should get canceled, you're still also annoying. I think we can like hope the worst for someone's success without having to try to physically sabotage it out of their hands. So then people started looking at Kylie's past videos on TikTok and discovered that there's definitely an interesting style to Kylie's cakes, with 3 Ks, if I can remind you. And that interesting style is mostly that they suck. Yeah, they suck pretty bad for someone who is running a professional business as a baker. And someone noticed that actually in the first video about the rainbow sprinkle cake, you can see that she has cake box mix under her counter or whatever. Who cares? Sadly, probably a lot of bakeries use cake box mix, but it definitely doesn't help Kylie's case for her being a professional baker that should be trusted and respected online. So a lot of the time Kylie like turns the comments off on these videos, but for some of them you still get to see what people had to say about them, and it hasn't really stopped people from still finding the creations and making fun of them a lot. One of her most recent posts has comments still turned on, and people will not hesitate to tell her the complete truth about her hideous cupcakes.
I was asked to make some cupcakes today for a new business launch in Princeton. She asked for one of the designs to be muted pink in color, have the word fusion on it, and a small lightning bolt. So I just did a fondant topper for these, made them super cute and simple. Overall, I really loved the look and aesthetic of these. How I got the muted pink tone for the fondant as well as for the buttercream, I started with a pink base and then slowly added brown till I got the desired color.
And listen, as usual with these videos, I don't want either side to escalate farther than it already has. I think it's fine to make fun of people online, but you're weird if you become too overly obsessed about it and go out of your way to try to ruin someone's life when you could be doing something else, you know? I think it's weird as an outsider of a situation that in the grand scheme of things isn't that serious. Someone would go and leave Yelp reviews on like a business's website in order to try and hurt their business, or like dox someone's house whose family lives in there just because they fucking were a dick online. But we're totally free to look at them and make fun of them. That's pretty harmless, right? Put this slideshow up here. Look at these cakes. There's this freakish Wednesday themed cake, I guess. I thought it was like a Spider-Man situation, but I guess it's a Wednesday. This Chick-fil-A cake has a cool rustic look to it. Really awesome work there. And then there's this football cake where someone mentioned in the comments that she made the grass like smooth, but then the football she gave like a grass texture to, you know? It's a little bit of Freaky Friday of sorts. Oh, I love the Too Legit to Quit cake. The Too Legit to Quit. Fuck. One of the biggest ones that's been going around is this Encanto cake. Everyone's commenting about Kylie's Encanto cake. So, yeah, here it is. It's pretty interesting to look at. I'm not a baker. I never will be. But, you know, it's like the consumer sometimes knows best, you know? It's like when Ellen was a judge on American Idol. This one looks actually insane. I don't know. I don't have any words for this one. I think her biggest issue is that the lighting is so weird. Like, every single video she has of a cake, it looks like she shoved it in the corner of her basement and used like iPhone flash 0.5 lens on it. Why are you serving that to people? You get paid to do this? She claimed that her baking skills became a six-figure business for her. I don't know if I'm buying it. This one's hilarious. It looks bad, and then she adds the gold shavings on, and it gets even worse. Like, there doesn't need to be gold shavings on everything. That doesn't equal good for the cupcake. Hey, you want to be interviewed on my show? You want to be interviewed on my YouTube show? And listen, it's not okay to just throw yourself into a situation and judge someone's work, someone's art without any reason. But we got a whole lot of reason to believe that she does not have enough skill to be charging the same prices as someone who's formally trained in baking cakes. How can someone go to school for so many years and perfect this craft, and then some lady who makes this thing right here gets the same amount? It's just not right. This is not like a cake, but she made this TikTok where she makes a pina colada Red Bull, which looks like puke, and it looks like it tastes like puke. And then someone else pointed out that she uses dirty pans in her videos too. Oh my god, I also found this weird video of her and her weird husband talking about how they have like 2 six-figure businesses and they're running like business courses now.
Hey guys, take a second and watch this video. My name's Devin Allen, and this is my wife Kylie. We are a husband and wife team that have built 2 successful businesses from the ground up. One grossing 6 figures in the first 7 months.
And now we want to extend the knowledge we've learned so that you can thrive in your business too.
This course only costs $25, and if you're interested, get with us today.
You can tell someone's really passionate about business when they start selling a course on it. You just gotta love something so much you just want to teach it to other people and make a lot of money off of it. So then while researching this, somehow this other lady got caught in the cake gate crossfire too, because she made a video showing everyone how she made her 10-year-old's birthday cake, but she like bought this fully frosted cake from the store and then like ripped all the frosting off it and put it all back together. It's an insane visual, but something that people often do because it's hard to make cake, especially when it's layered. So there were people calling for this lady to like be executed at Town Square because she should be putting more effort into her 10-year-old's birthday cake. And then there's other people who are like, the kid's not gonna remember, who cares? What, he's 10, he's not a toddler. I think he could remember the cake. What do you mean it's not going to remember? Of course the drama just keeps getting bigger and bigger, but lately she's just sort of making TikToks again and pretending like the whole cake gate thing didn't even happen. Like, she just really wants to put it behind her. And you know, after this video, I think I'm going to pretend that it never happened also, because I immediately as I walk away from this, I'm going to forget this ever happened. But none of us should care this much about a random bakery in Virginia. But we do. We do. Anyways, that's the video. I love talking about TikTok tea. I'm all in. If you guys want to update me with stories and stuff going on, just email me at nickisnotgreenmerch@gmail.com or reach out to me on social media, Instagram and Twitter. Nick is not green. Oh, Queef Jerky came out with a song today. We have a new single out. It's called LLC, featuring Riley Savage from Hive Mind, and it is the lead single for our new full-length album, and it's coming out a week from today, Friday. It's coming out a week from Friday. Okay, I'm going back in the van now to drive to Chicago for the next tour date.